The house was built in 1956. My grandmother built it. Her name was Elizabeth Anna McLean. She was the daughter-in-law of Ben McLean, who was our mayor in the early years of the 1900s. So the house is made out of two types of marble. There's the Itoa pink marble, and then there's a white marble. It's called White Cloud marble. Both marbles are from a quarry in Georgia. It's the Tate Quarry, and it's the same marble and the same quarry from which the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. is made. In the estate sale, I am selling, it's basically everything. So the furniture, the rugs, the artwork on the walls, the cabinets, everything in the cabinets, the china, the crystal, the silver, clothing of any value, such as, there are some fur coats and whatnot, several zillion books. The house is 60 years old this year, since it was finished being built in 1956. So, and since my grandmother built it, we are the only family who has ever lived in this house. So it's the same family in the same house for 60 years and 4 generations worth of items. When my grandmother designed the house, like I say, Glenn Benedict was the architect, but my grandmother told him how she wanted things. So she wanted a built-in stage here for the piano, for my mother, who was a concert pianist. So this is the piano that my mother had when she was a student at the Juilliard in New York City in the 1950s. It's a Steinway grand piano, and it was purchased at Steinway Hall in New York City. And Van Cliburn played on it. Van Cliburn was a classmate of my mother's at the Juilliard.
Is it for sale?
Well, it's one of those items that I don't really want to part with, but if somebody is serious about purchasing it, and if they're actually a pianist and they're going to really put it to good use, and if they're serious about paying a serious price, then we will talk seriously.
There's an Indian blanket down here that's just from the early 30s, probably, that's been really interesting. His war memorabilia has been great. It's just stuff connected with Wichita. This house is Wichita, and what's in this house is Wichita. And it's a chance to own part of it.